Hello, dear students. Good morning. Today we will go through the diode part 2. Till now we have gone through the various videos, and the last video is of diode part 1. Today we will learn this diode part 2, and then we will go for the different articles, right? So these diodes you are already known. In last video I have told about the diode. It is a PN junction with the two electrodes. Simply you can say this is the structure of the diode. This is P type of material and this is N type of material. The trivalent impurity added on a single silicon or germanium chip at the one side, which creates the holes, while N type of impurity is added at the other side, that is pentavalent impurity is added at the other side, that will create the holes, free electrons. That will create the free electrons. So majority charge carrier at this side will be this negatively charged electrons. These are negatively charged electrons over here, while at the P side, due to trivalent impurity, that is dopant, is added in a pure semiconductor, this will create the holes. So here positively charged holes are there. These are called as positively charged holes. So these are the majority charge carrier at the P side, while these are the negatively charged carriers at the N side, right? So this is N and this is P type. So what will happen in between these two, while diffusing these two sides, P type and N type, the junction will be formed over here, and in two electrodes are connected to these sides. That is the electrodes, and therefore it is called as a diode. That is two electrodes with PN junction. This is called as a diode. Now while diffusing this P type and N type of material, the majority charge carrier at the P side is the positively charged holes, and majority charge carrier at the N side are the negatively charged electrons. So while diffusing these two sides, these positively charged holes will move towards the negative side, and negative side electrons will move towards the positive side due to force of the repulsion. So what will happen? While this movement, these negatively charged electrons will cross the junction and move to this side, and positively charged holes cross the junction and move to this side. And after this movement, a layer of negatively charged electrons will be formed at the positively charged hole side, and layer of positively charged holes will be formed at the negatively charged electron side, that is N side. So at the junction, this layer will be formed, and this layer is called as the depletion width. This is called as depletion layer, and this is the depletion width. This is the depletion width. Now in diode, what happens? Once this formation is over, the diode is completed. Two electrodes are connected, this junction is formed, and the depletion layer is formed. And since this depletion layer is one side having the negative ions layer and one side having the positive ions layer, these are the fixed ions. These are immobile ions at the junction, that is negative side and positive side, while these are the mobile ions at mobile positively charged holes at the p side and negatively charged electrons at the n side are the mobile. So what happens? These are the fixed layers. So this will also form the potential barrier. So depletion layer will form the potential barrier. This is called as potential barrier also. This potential barrier is important in diode. And this potential barrier is a fix for the type of the diode, which type of semiconductor you are using for forming the diode. There are two types of basically used semiconductors. One is the silicon and other is the germanium. So this potential barrier for the silicon type of diode is 0.7 volt, and for germanium this potential barrier is a 0.3 volt. This is fixed. This is fixed for the two types of this semiconductor, silicon and germanium. For germanium it is of 0.3 volt and for silicon it is of 0.7 volt. So this is the formation of the diode. This is P type and this is N type. And now we can use this symbol of the diode here. Once we form, diode can be represented by simply, this is the triangular arrow shown here and this is the one line here shown. This triangular arrow indicates the P side while this indicates the N side. This is the symbol of the diode. Now here, this triangular type shown that the current will be flowing only this direction from positive to negative. This happens only after the biasing. Only after the biasing. Biasing means applying a proper voltage to the P and N side. Applying the proper voltage to this diode is called as the biasing. And biasing is important here again. Let us see this diode. This is the basic component of the electronics. This is the basic component of the electronics. So many years ago, in place of the diode, vacuum tubes was used. Vacuum tubes is a tube of glass which was used like the diode, triode, etc. Now these vacuum tubes are gone and it is replaced by the diode. And using the diode, then we form the transistors. Using the diode, then we form the transistor. Let us see the biasing of the diode over here. Then this diode can be biased with the two types. Number one is the forward biasing of the diode, and second is the reverse biasing of diode. Reverse biasing. There are these two types of biasings are there, forward biasing and reverse biasing. Then how this forward biasing is done? Number one, forward biasing. In forward biasing, what we will do, we will connect this diode, the P type, to the positive of the battery and N type to the negative of the battery. This is simple connection of the forward bias. This P type is connected to the positive of the battery and this N type is connected to the negative of the battery. This is called as forward biasing. Now what will happen in forward biasing? Just a minute please. In case of this forward biasing, what happens? This is called as forward bias. Let us see. This is the, once again, diode, and here this is the junction, depletion width, this is P and this is N, and what I am doing here, this is connected to positive of the battery and this is connected to the negative of the battery, negative. So this is called as forward bias. Here majority charge carriers are the positively charged holes. Here majority charge carriers are the negatively charged electrons, and this is depletion width in between these two. So what happens after applying this voltage? These positively charged holes will move towards the negative side, and this negatively charged electrons will move towards the positive side. So while moving this hole to the N side will create the hole here. Moving this electron this side will create the hole here, and this hole will be moved to the right side. So this junction will be reduced. After increasing this voltage, if this is silicon type of diode, then this voltage, if you increase above 0.7 volt, what will happen? This junction will be reduced. This junction will be reduced and will come like this. And this positively charged holes will move here and electrons will move over. And this will produce the current called as the hole current. And this will produce the current. This is called as the electron current. So combination of this will produce the flow of the current, and hence the current will be flowing like this from positive to negative. This is unidirectional device. So in this case only the current will be flowing from P side to N side and like this. So in forward bias, what happen? Depletion layer will get reduced. Width of the depletion will be reduced and tremendous movement of the electrons towards from negative to positive and holes from positive to negative. This recombination will produce the energy, that is current, in terms of the current, and this current will flow in opposite of the flow of the electrons. So this will cause the flow of the current in the semiconductor, and hence pure semiconductor will always be like a insulator at 0 degree 0 degree temperature, while impure semiconductors P type and N type, this diode is using the two impure semiconductors, extrinsic semiconductors P type and N type. Therefore this P type and N type will have the more number of free electrons and holes after applying a certain energy, exciting the certain energy, and this will cause the flow of the current from positive to negative side, and hence this is called as the forward bias. This is called as a forward bias, where current flows from this positive to negative after this, by applying the voltage. This is the flow of the current here like this. So this is called as a forward bias, which reduces the depletion region. What about the reverse bias? This is the basic fundamentals of the diode in forward bias. What happens in case of the reverse bias? Let us see this reverse bias condition. Now what we will do here, the P type is connected to the N type of battery, and here reverse biasing of diode. So I will use this diode here, and here this P type and this is N type. P type is connected to N type and this N type is connected to P type. This is called as a reverse bias, isn't it? So this, what will happen in case of the reverse bias? I am saying that diode is only a unidirectional flow of current will provide by the diode, and that is only in the forward bias. In reverse bias there is no current flows. Let us see. This is the diode here, and this is the junction of the diode, forms the depletion bit. Here positively charged holes are there, and here negatively charged electrons are there, and here is the negatively charged layer is there, and here positively charged layer is there, and this is connected to the negative side, and this is connected to the positive side. So what will happen? As you increase the supplied voltage, these positively charged holes will move to the negative of the battery and it will disappear. And these negatively charged electrons will move to the positive of the battery and will be disappear. And hence this depletion layer will increase. This depletion layer width of the depletion will be increased because of the opposite movement of these electrons and holes. And at the last, these only the negative layer at the positive side and positive layer of the negative side, a very small amount of electrons are available in the junction, that is fixed ions, and positively charged holes are available in the junction, that is one layer. These are called as the immobile ions. So after increasing this voltage at certain time, this level depletion width will increase, and inside these fixed ions will be disturbed, will collapse, and these minority charge carrier, these are called as the minority charge carrier inside the junction, while majority charge carrier at P side will disappear to the negative of the battery, and negative of the electrons will majority charge carrier negative of the electrons will disappear to the positive of the battery. Only minority charge carrier will be available at the junction after increasing this voltage. So at the last, this minority charge carriers will be produce the recombination, and minority current will be produced. This minority current is called as the reverse saturation current. It is called as reverse saturation current. Reverse saturation current of the diode. This is in case of only reverse bias. This is in case of only reverse bias. Hence, so reverse saturation current is also important. So reverse saturation current, while moving this positive to the negative side, this negative to the positive side, depletion layer will increase, and this depletion layer will increase, and at the last, the minority charge carrier in the junction will be recombine each other and produces the energy, that is the reverse saturation current. This reverse saturation current is very less in reverse bias diode. Because of this is due to the minority charge carrier, it is very less. It is in terms of the microamperes. So otherwise there is no major current flows in this reverse bias. Only minor current is flows, and this is the function of the reverse bias diode. So this is forward bias and this is reverse bias. We have already seen the forward bias. Now next we will go through the characteristics of the diode in both biasing, that is using forward bias and using reverse bias. We will see the characteristics of the diode is called as the VI characteristics. VI characteristics of the diode. So this is next is the characteristics of diode. This is also important as far as the other topics is to be learned. Characteristics of the diode. So here we will see here, this is the voltage and this is the current. Since in forward bias here it is 0 volt, let us say this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.7 and so on up to 1 volt, because we need the current to be flow in silicon type is the up to 0.7 volt. because we have to break the junction, and the potential barrier of the silicon diode is 0.7 volt, and for germanium diode it is 0.3 volt. So minimum we require to current to be flow is voltage is required is about 0.7 volt in case of the silicon and 0.3 volt in case of the germanium. So if you increase this voltage, this will be something like this, you will get here like this, and this suddenly current will increase, and current will be increasing again here after this 0.3 volt in case of the germanium, and same characteristics you will find in case of the silicon like this. This is 0.7 volt for the silicon. This is in case of the forward bias. So forward bias characteristics we will see this voltage 0.3 volt and 0.7 volt is called as a knee voltage of the diode. This is also known as knee voltage of the diode, where after breaking this knee voltage or after just above the knee voltage, the current will increase, current flowing will increase in the diode. For silicon it is above the 0.7 volt, and for germanium it is above the 0.3 volt. So this is called as a forward bias. Similarly, we can go for the reverse bias. For today's it is sufficient. We will go once again for the characteristics of the diode, and later on we will go for the transistor. Thank you very much. Thank you.